in your house. The glass door behind here, facing your leg, is very sticky. So somebody has to clean up the rail and oil the wheel or something. So it's easier to open. Yeah. I have to eliminate some residents, or else the road's too crowded. If I step on each other, and never get anywhere on time. My goodness. What kind of people are these things? So we'll make a film of it, and it's more graphic, I come here and swap you all around, and then you feel a little better, feel more alive at least, huh? No wonder when I scold you don't feel bad or anything. At least something is going on. At least hear some noise. Too quiet at life. Nothing happens. So I can do anything I want with you because you're so desperate for something new, for some action. At least your ears exercise a little bit. Even your ears stop. When I first came, I talked and you didn't hear anything. Not used to it. And now you can hear half already. When I first came, I thought, I'm talking to the wall. That's what you need a master for, huh? Can wake you up from your slumber. Yeah, to do a different kind of activity, make life more interesting. Otherwise, it's like sleeping all day long. Did Benny have food yet? Not yet, huh? You will have food soon, baby. Are you hungry yet? You're not hungry, aren't you? You're not hungry? Want to come up? Okay. So dirty you are. You spoiled. You have to put picture. So dirty. Never mind. It's just that. He went to the workshop, He earned his dinner today. Went to the workshop, feed around and protect the area. Spent a lot of water. Yeah. Oh, you don't look like a Maltese anymore. You look like a what? Gray rabbit. Yeah, he doesn't walk, he don't run. He jumps like a rabbit. He hops. He hops on 2 legs at a time, Yeah, it's like a rabbit. Yeah, maybe that's why you're small. Your ancestry, huh? Full around with rabbits or what? He hops like a rabbit. You saw that, huh?
Yes.
He doesn't walk like on 4 legs. He just hops on 2 at a time. Not like other dogs. Hop, 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 hop. He's so cute. Yeah, to sit on the table and look at everybody like a human, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I'm one of the residents, man. Yeah, I earned my degree here. Yeah, you earned it, huh? A little bit. I couldn't be worse than anybody around here. In a few years, I'll be a senior. Yeah. 70, 80, and then you can't catch up with me. Yeah, I will hop up. Yeah, to a high degree of enlightenment, leave you all behind. Yeah. I'll get my vegan bone and go up to heaven. Yeah, if the animals are not over the second world, they still retain the form of an animal. My animals are over that already, so their form is different, like fairy, beautiful, bright, golden hair, golden light and everything. The real form is beautiful. But the other animals, when they're just a little enlightened, they have to stay in the astral world or in the second world, but they're more beautiful. Oh, the birds in heaven, so beautiful. Some birds, like the head, the feathers on the head, so silky, and it's cascading all over their body, coming down and merging with the other hair. And when they stand up, they walk like humans. Yeah, almost as tall. Sometimes not that tall, but they walk and the hair is flowing, so beautiful. Flaming red, some colors, all kinds of colors, beautiful. That's the birds in second world, they are like that. So When you see birds here, they are not much beautiful compared to that. Even though they are enlightened, but they don't have that beautiful color like the real birds in heaven. So beautiful. And the birds and other animals in the astral world, they can transform into human form for a while. Yeah, because they also have enough merit. The astral or second, they can metaphor themselves into human form. Beautiful ones, better than us. But not for long, you know. But the ones who already passed the third world must be at least 60% enlightened then. Then they have permanent human form. They could become animals if they want, but they don't have to. Not like the other small, not like other lower animals. Well, they cannot keep their human form for too long. The human form is precious. Yeah. Most of the birds and dogs can pass now. They can keep their form forever. If they die now, they just go straight past the third world and then retain their form. Yeah. But all my birds and dogs will. Yeah, before they die, they will. They will pass all that. And no one has to stay in the second world even, or third world even. And then they can be hanging with Momo. Sit there, eat soup like everybody in heaven. Yeah, okay, huh, guys? Remember the tree? Did I give you that? I throw it out, but don't worry, just like, I think like that. And then you just put one nearby in the middle of it, nearby, so that when they pass the car, they don't see. If it's too far, they will see through the hole.
Yes.
You have to plant it, and you look at it from the outside or something, or from the inside, whether the car passing by can see or not. But it would be helpful already. Don't plant right in the middle. Like this, so even we plant more, but it doesn't look more.
Yes.
It still looks like very casual, nothing happened. And with the years, they will grow, of course. Yeah, understand, huh? Zigzag, huh?
Yes.
Yep. And the shed, I think we don't need it. Don't make it, okay? Don't ever make the shed there. We don't need it. Just do some simple thing. You don't need the shed, okay? Not because of work even, but they don't need it. There's no end to what we need. So we just do what we really need, okay? What we don't need, just forget it, all right? Not even for exercising muscles, you know. Useless stuff. We have many other things to exercise on. If you're really itchy, you just run up and down, you know, up and down. There's Garbage Avenue here. Or Lake Avenue. Is there any Lake Avenue? Where can it be Lake Avenue? The one in front of the kitchen here should be for Lake Avenue.
Yes.
And the one over there is
Yes, I will.
Guest House Street. Okay. Fine. Fine. Whatever. Yeah. We are really bored, aren't we? A bored bunch of people. And you thought enlightenment would bring you more, but well, it does. It does better than before, no?
Yes.
Before you couldn't even laugh at anything. You didn't even understand a joke. I need translation. Where is the punchline? I was in the middle of it, or is it the end of it? What does it mean in Irish? Yeah. Well, what's that, huh? You done eating? Yeah?
Yes.
No more? Done, huh?
Yes.
Yeah? 1, 2, 3. Just come along. Roll this out. And cook for Benny, huh?
Yes.
Benny, you stay here. Somebody will feed you. Throw this out too. Okay. You don't follow me. I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, go. Oh, did I do my song? Happy. Oh, don't degrade yourself. Not even for their sake, okay? I have nothing good to give you. And you too. You have hair. Good hair. Hamid. That's why his name is Hamid. Say Hamid. Go here. Up. Benny, come here. Up. All right. Stay down there. Good. Huh? And you just stop it. Stop hanging, okay? Oh, I forgot my glasses. I was just reading some good jokes and then let you guys see. I forgot my glasses. Oh. Somebody go to my office and pick my glasses up. It's right in front of the port, you know, on top of that flopping table. Yep.
My glasses.
Yeah, my reading glasses. I could read without, but it's strange a little bit and just giving me wrinkles. If I keep frowning like this. What kind of cake is this? Is it Vietnamese?
Yes. Yes.
You Vietnamese?
Yes.
Yeah? I saw them in Vietnam. Like Americans. Americans. Hey! Oh, this is a bad thing for dogs. I don't think you should eat this. Well, maybe have a little this, okay? For fun. Oh, you eat anything, you don't care. Here. Goody, you want some? Here, baby. Here. Here, Goody. Oh, cool. You like that? I don't believe it. Spit it out. Yeah, I know you wouldn't like it. Goody. He eats more healthy food. Here, baby. You want to have fun? Go. Yeah. Oh, everybody likes it. My coconut confetti. Hey, guys. Oh, man. Did you clean the teeth already? Already clean teeth or today didn't clean teeth?
Yes, already.
Already clean teeth? Oh, and you eat this junk? Never mind. Enjoy a little bit. Yeah, life is short. Especially dog's life. Yeah, goody. That's why you agreed to come here, because life is shorter for you. You don't care, a few years. Come here, baby. Goody. Wow. Lucky you really like this thing. No, you didn't. You spit it out, see? Can you eat? Oh, no. All right, just for fun, okay? Don't eat too much this junk, baby. Junk food. This is a new year, so I let you eat, but it's a junk food. Junk. Yep. Today's the 5th, huh? What? The 3rd, huh?
Third.
Still New Year, no? Oh, very important New Year's Day, you know. This is supposed to be a teacher's day. Visit your teacher, you know, give gifts and express your gratitude. In Vietnam, it's like that. Yeah. And it's a teacher's day, so I invite you here to express my gratitude to you. As a teacher. Yeah. Teacher's day, you know? I have to express my gratitude to the students. Yeah, come here. I forgot this is the 3rd day. I don't really care what day. Yeah. But it's good to have a little day. Oh, what is all that? Oh, cooking. Hey, have enough. This Vietnamese stuff. Oh, so sweet. And they love it. Some of them. Just because it's fun, yes. You don't have them on the fish plane, do you, huh? You don't eat this junk. You came down just for junk, yeah? Came down here just for junk food? And we don't have them on the higher plane, huh? Rare, huh? It's rare. We don't have coconut junk on any plane. Say the astral plane maybe. Good. Enough now, huh? Oh, they love this junk. I wonder why. Special habit. You eat too much, you know that? You eat too much. Yeah, big one. Where's Goody? Goody, what's he doing? Okay, chasing shadows. Meditate. He says he's bored. He has to occupy himself like that. Otherwise, time passes slowly on this planet for him. He's not used to it. It's the first time he came down. Any of the dog planets are better than this planet, eh? We'll never know. Never know why we came here, huh? We have to. Oh, happy. I love you. Damn it. Go somewhere else, baby. Okay, I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff, but it's not for you guys. So I think I have read some of this for you already or not? Have you ever seen this book? No? I haven't? Okay. Okay, this is my joke. My own joke, original joke. It says, an employee go to report to the boss's office. He's a salesman. Boss said, hey, how is it going? how's it going with your selling? He said, oh, good. You know, almost 50% of people bought our stuff. I said, yeah? How many people were there? He says, 2. Huh? But you said 50%. He said, yeah. I said, almost 50%. How can it be? You know, he said, yeah, one of them almost bought out. How many? 2 of them. Goody, baby. All right, okay. Come on, this is enough for you. Don't get fat, lady. Sugar isn't good for you that much, huh? Don't look at me again. Well, anyway, I don't want to make sure. I don't know if I told you many of these jokes already or not. But maybe we start somewhere, huh? Okay. Happy no? The pre-med students were taking the difficult class in physics. One day the professor was going on and on discussing a particular complicated concept. The students were frustrated, didn't understand, and he yelled, why do we have to learn all this stuff? And the professor said, to save lives. And a few minutes later, the same student, you know, flare again. How can this stupid stuff possibly save lives? So, you got a joke already, right? You know the joke? No? How do you learn? Okay, and the professor said, yeah, because it keeps those idiots like you out of medical school. So it saved the patient's life. Happy! Here. All right, you guys. Okay, there was an airplane, you know, a jetliner. They were taxiing down the tarmac, ready to take off, but then they abruptly stopped and then returned to the gate. And after about an hour, it took off again. And so a passenger was kind of worried and asked the flight attendant, what's the matter? You know, what happened? And the attendant said the pilot was very disturbed by a noise he heard in the engine. So the passenger asked, and so? He said, yeah, so it took us an hour to find another pilot. It didn't multiply, so it took another pilot. And the same problem with you guys. I tell you, fix it, you find something else instead of fixing it. Okay, let's go blind date. An 85-year-old widow went on a blind date with a 90-year-old widower man. So when she returned to the daughter's house late, she seemed not very happy, upset. So the daughter asked, what happened, Mom? Oh, not much. I have to slap him 3 times. Oh, he was getting fresh with you? The mother said, no, I thought he was dead. A college student took his new girlfriend to a football game. And they sat in a crowded stadium and were watching the action. And a substitute was called to be put into the game. And he was running out to the field to take his position. And the college boy said to his girlfriend, Look. Hey, take a good look at him. I expect him to be our best man next year. So the girlfriend was all smiling and snuggling and said, oh, that's the strangest way I ever heard for a fellow to propose to a girl. No matter, I accept it. You got it? Yeah? Okay. I think I told you this joke. A couple was walking in the park, and they had seen a young man and young woman sitting on the bench and kissing each other. So the wife, kind of shy, but said to her husband, honey, why don't you do that? And the husband said, why? I don't know that woman. A grandmother gave a gift, birthday gift, to her grandson, and it's a water pistol. And he was squeezing and squashing everywhere, splashing all over. And the mother was very, very disturbed. So she looked sternly at her own mother, the grandmother. I'm surprised at you, mother. Huh? Why? Don't you remember how we used to drive you crazy with water guns? She said, yes, dear, I remember. You know what I mean, right? Sweet revenge is always better than me. I'm always remonstrating you instead, huh? Sweet revenge next time. An elderly man, an elderly woman were dating for about 5 years. The man finally decided to ask her to marry him. She immediately said yes. Then the next morning when he awoke, he couldn't remember what her answer was. Old man. Was he happy? I think so. No, she looked at me so funny. Yeah. And after an hour trying to remember, he got on the telephone and gave her a call. So the man was embarrassed and admitted that he didn't remember her answer to the marriage proposal, whether it was yes or no. She said, oh yes, I'm so glad you called. I remember saying yes to somebody, but I couldn't remember who it was. A couple returned to their old-time romantic honeymoon suite for their 50th anniversary. And that night, when they started to retire for the evening, the woman noticed tears running down her husband's cheeks. And so she came and kissed him and said, oh, honey, I had no idea that you were so sentimental. And he replied, oh, I was just thinking about the night that your father caught us fooling around down at the barn. I remember him saying that if I didn't marry you, he would see that I spent 50 years in jail. And I was just thinking that today I would be a free man. A husband and wife were watching that movie on the TV the other night, where the wife hired a private detective to follow her husband to see if he was in fact cheating on her. So the husband asked the wife if she would ever do that to him. She said, yes, of course I would, but not so much to find out who was the other woman, but to see if I could find out what she saw in you. 3 men were at a convention together and sharing the same suite on the top of 75-story skyscraper. After a long day meeting, they were shocked to hear that the elevators in their hotel were broken, and they would have to climb 75 flights of stairs to get to their room. Everything was up there. They couldn't do without it. So one suggested to the other two, okay, it doesn't matter, we just, do something and make the flights on the stairs short. Like, I will tell a joke for 25 flights, and then you can sing songs for the next 25, and the last one can tell sad story or something for the last one, or the rest of the way. Okay, so on the 26th floor, the first person stopped telling jokes, and then the other guy began singing. And after the 51st floor, that guy stopped singing, and that third person started telling sad stories. Then he said, well, I will tell my saddest story first. He said, I left the room key in the car. down there. One thunderous evening, there was a violent storm, and the mother was tucking her small boy in bed. And just about when she went out of the room, he said, Mother, can you sleep with me here tonight? I'm so scared. So the mother say, I'm sorry, honey. Give him a hug and smile, but I can't. I have to sleep in Daddy's room. And the boy soaked for a while and said, oh, he's such a big sissy. Bigger than me. Daddy is more scared. Did I tell you all these stories before?
No.
No, thank God. Okay. Because I was kind of marking them, but I probably didn't. But I probably told you some of this. Let's see if I did. Doesn't matter. If I did, we just erase it. Okay? It goes like this. Oh, a man has been driving all night. By morning was still far from where he wanted to go. So he stopped at the next city and parked somewhere quiet so he could get an hour or two to sleep. But he parked in a quiet place, but it happened to be one of the city's most joking routes. Yeah. So he just snoozed a little bit, and then there's a knock on the window. Knock, knock. Yes? Excuse me, sir, the jogger say. Do you have the time? The man looked at the car clock and then said, 8:15. So, okay. And the man jogged off, and then he continues to sleep. And after a while, knock, knock at the door again. And another jogger say, excuse me, sir, do you have the time? Oh, it's 8:25. And the jogger said thanks and left. Now the man could see another jogger passing by, and he knew it was only a matter of time before another would come and disturb him and ask what the time is. So he wrote a quick note and put it on a window sill, on a window, and say, I do not know what's the time. I do not know what's the time. So once again, he settled back to sleep thinking he'd be peaceful. And then he just dozed off and then knock, knock. Excuse me, sir. It's 8:45. Busybody. I don't know, this one is kind of bad, but you can listen to it. It's called Meet the Parents. You seen that film, right? This is one of it. You know, a boy was so excited to finally meet her parents. But he was very nervous too, you know, so he was having like a gastric problem, gastric problem. Did I tell you this joke? No, I didn't. No. You know the joke? Yeah, kind of. No? You tell lie. Similar, okay. But, you know, the more he said, the more the gas developed. And he couldn't help it. But a little noise came out, you know. and then the mother called out, like, woofy, you know. So, and then the boy was thinking, oh, now the dog gets blamed. That's wonderful. So he felt free to release himself a little more. And the mother got more stern and said, Rufus! Woofy! Yeah. And then he said, oh, so delightful, you know. No problem. So he's more liberated, you know, more free to let go. And then the mother called louder, almost yelling, Woofy, come here to me before he poofs on you. Yeah, I didn't tell you? I guess it's too bad. I did?
Yeah, I think you did.
When? Yeah?
Mm-hmm. No, but it's better this time.
I guess I told you this joke too. I say, somebody went to pick up a kid for preschool, and then an elderly woman was hugging that kid. So the driver asked, "Who's that?" They said, "It's my grandmother." Oh, I said, "Oh, that's nice. She comes to visit us for Christmas." "Oh, where does she live?" "Well, at the airport. Every time we want her, we go there and pick her up." I guess I told a joke too. Yeah.
It's a magazine.
Huh? I did?
It's a magazine or yeah.
Yeah? Oh, forget it then. Don't worry. Yeah. But the physics class, no, huh?
No.
Oh, yes. So I missed out some, huh? Well, just could say one more in case, huh? A man's best friend. There was a man with a Doberman pincher and his friend, who also owns a dog, a Chihuahua. They were going for a walk. After a while, they got hungry and they wanted to go into a restaurant to eat nearby. But the man with the Chihuahua said, "Oh, I don't think they let us in with our dogs." And the guy with the Doberman said, "Don't worry, let me handle this." So they both went in, and then he put on a pair of glasses and handed another pair to his friend. Say, "Put it on." Dark glasses, big, dark. And then he tried to walk into the restaurant, but the doorman said, "Sorry, no pets allowed." And the man with the Doberman pincher said, "Oh no, this is my seeing eye dog. I cannot do without him." "A Doberman pincher? A seeing eye dog?" And the man said, yeah, they're using them now. They're smart. They learn quickly. And, my life would be terrible without him. So the doorman, sympathetically nodded his head and let the man in with the dog. And a few minutes later, the man with the Chihuahua watched all that. So he came in also with the Chihuahua. And then again, the doorman said, "Sorry, no pets allowed, sir." The man replied, "But I'm blind. This is my seeing-eye dog." And the doorman said, "A Chihuahua? A Chihuahua as a seeing-eye dog? Never heard of it." So the man looked surprised and said, "Huh? You mean they gave me a Chihuahua?" What's that? Any problem?
Somebody clean his paws up and that's what they do.
Somebody has bad paws?
Goody's paws are grey and putting marks on the wall. So
Oh, don't care about the clean tomorrow, whatever. Yeah. It's already marked on the wall, so how much worse can it be? It's okay. Hey, Goody, what is that? What is all this? Huh? What is all this? Nobody wants your ball, man, believe me. Go. He offered the ball. That was fun, huh? I didn't tell you that joke, no? I was afraid you didn't understand. I guess you're more enlightened now. You could listen to those. Otherwise, how would I miss that? Then a young mother asked the help of a friend in taking her identical twins to the doctor. But the waiting area was so crowded, so both of them had to sit on the opposite waiting line, each with a twin in their arms. And then somebody came and said, "Oh, how much? Both your kids look alike. Amazing." So the friend said, "Yeah, they should. They have the same father." Yeah, as if, There was a 75-year-old multimillionaire just married a young and beautiful 18 years old. So a friend asked him, "How did you get an 18-year-old to marry you when you are 75? The man said, "Oh, I told her I was 95. A man came home after playing golf, and his wife asked, "Well, how was your golf game?" He said, "Yeah, I was hitting pretty well, but my eyesight's gotten so bad I couldn't see where the ball went." So the wife said, "Oh, but you are 75 years old, Jack." what do you expect? Why don't you take my brother along? But he's 85 and he doesn't even play golf anymore. So the wife said, but he has perfect eyesight. At least he could watch your ball for you. So, okay, the next day, Jack took the brother-in-law with him and played golf while the brother-in-law looked on. And Jack swung and the ball disappeared into somewhere, And he asked his brother-in-law, did you see it? Did you see it? Yep, I saw it all right. Yeah, where is it? He said, well, I forgot. Very useful. Just like you guys, even though you're young. I haven't told you this one, right?
No.
Okay. I've told you that already, I'm sure. I'm sure I've told you this, but it's funny, so I tell you again. In case, okay? And beware when you go watch movies or in some crowded place. There was a lovely and shapely young lady trying to board a city bus. But she was, filled with packages and bags and, everything. And she was wearing a very tight dress. So it was difficult for her to step on the bus without her hands, or the hands were busy like that. And she'd been waiting there 15 minutes already. And everybody was forming behind her, queue and trying to board the bus too. And they were pushing. So she was kind of desperate. So she tried to loosen her dress a little bit in order to climb the steps, So she saw that nobody noticed, and she pulled down the zipper, at the back of her dress so that it became a little looser. And then it didn't help. It didn't help, so she reached back and pulled a little more. And still didn't help. So still stuck there. I told you this story, right? Yeah.
No.
So just then, a young man behind her, gently picked her up and deposited her onto the bus. This embarrassed her so much. So she was gasping, what right do you have to pick me up like that? I don't even know you. So the man said, well, after you tried to pull my zipper down a second time, I think we were pretty good friends. We were good friends, no? Why would you do that? A lady came to report to the police that her husband had disappeared. So the officer looked at the guy's photograph and questioned this and that and asked whether if she wanted to give her husband any first message if they find him. She said, yes, please tell him my mother didn't come, don't worry. There was a guy who is expert in efficiency in the family, He also concluded this lecture with a note of caution. Yeah, but you don't want to try these techniques at home. And the audience asked, why? Oh, because, it has side effects, The audience asked, what is that? He said, well, I watched my wife's routine at breakfast for many years. And then I saw that she made a lot of trips between the refrigerator, stove, table, and cabinet, often carrying one single item at a time. So one day I told her, hon, why don't you try carrying several things at once? And the audience asked again, did she save time? Yes, actually, yes. It used to take her 20 minutes to make breakfast, but now she makes me do it in 7. An old man went to the doctor and poured out his problem. as the doctor asked what's the matter with him. He said, well, doc, after the first, I'm very, very tired. After the second, I feel all in. After the third, my heart begins to pound. After the fourth, I break out in a cold sweat. And after the fifth, I'm so exhausted, I thought I would die there. Incredible, said the doctor. But how old are you? 85, the patient said. And the doctor said, well, at 85, why don't you stop at the first? You know, he said, but I couldn't stop. I live on the 5th floor. Misinterpreting language. There was a tour in Washington, D.C. Some tourists were touring the Capitol in Washington, D.C., and the guy pointed out a tall, benevolent gentleman and say, he is the congressional chaplain, right? Chaplain? Yeah. And so one of the tourists asked, well, what does the chaplain do? Does he pray for the Senate or the House? So the guy answered, no. He gets up, looks at the Congress, then prays for the country. That's a bad joke, but
That's good.
maybe partially true. At the police department, the phone rang. Hello. The police answered, I've lost my cat and the police said, sorry, sir, that's not a job of the police. We are too busy. But you don't understand. This is a very intelligent cat. He's almost human. He can practically talk. So the police say, then you better hang up. He might be trying to phone you. I know. Yeah. You know, 3 Irish men already tipsy were coming out from the pub, stumbling home late one night and found themselves, somewhere in the graveyard on the road home. So one of the guys said, hey, John, come over here. It's Michael Grady, old Graves. God bless his soul. He lived to the ripe old age of 87. And the other guy said, nothing, come here. There's a song here. It says here that he was 95 when he died. And then the other one said, oh, forget him. He is a fella that got to be 150. And everybody went and looked, what's his name? And everybody stumbled over there and looked and found a light to see what else is written on the stone marker. And it said, 150 miles to Dublin. Stone is a stone, you know. Okay, there was a little 6-year-old kid who complained that he has a stomach ache. So the mother said, oh, that's because your stomach's empty. You would feel better if you put something in it, if you had something in it. So, okay, after a while, the minister visited the family, and in the conversation, the minister said that he had suffered all day with a terrible headache, pain in the head. So the kid came and said, that's because it's empty. You feel better if you had something in it. Okay. A couple invited their pastor for Sunday dinner. while they were in the kitchen, cooking the meal, the minister asked their son what they would be having, for dinner. And the little boy said, goat. And the minister said, goat? Are you sure about that? Yep, said the youngster. I heard Dad say to Mom, might as well have the old goat for dinner today. Otherwise, we'll be naked in the house. You understood so quick. Hey, Ben. The boy asked his grandpa, were you on Noah's Ark? No, of course not. His grandpa said, then how come you did not drown? Still there. Yeah. There was a person who stayed in a very posh hotel. And he called the head waiter for room service and said very nicely and with a wonderful smile, good morning, sir. What a wonderful morning. I'd like 2 vegan eggs. One of them so undercooked that it's running, and the other so overcooked is like a stone that you cannot eat it. Also, I want some grilled vegan bacon that has been left out so it gets a bit cold on one side, and a burnt toast that crumbles away as soon as you touch it with a knife, vegan butter straight from the deep freeze so that it's impossible to spread, and a pot of very weak, almost like water, lukewarm coffee. Wait a second. What? Sir, that's a complicated order. It might be quite difficult. He said, oh, why is that? I don't understand, because that's what I got yesterday. You knew the joke. Come on, you're laughing like that. So, how come you laugh already? Expect something else, huh? But it's already funny beforehand. Who ordered that kind of thing? A man went into a restaurant in a strange city and asked the waiter, for some food, And so the waiter asked what he wanted. He was kind of lost and, homesick, lonely. So he said, a meatloaf, some bread, and a kind word. So when the waiter returned with the meatloaf and the bread, he said, where's a good word for me? So the waiter put down the meatloaf and sighed and whispered into his ear, don't eat the meatloaf. There's a newsman who sent a letter home. At the end, he put a note saying, I hope this letter reaches you, because the censors are very tough here. So when the letter arrived, another note had been added underneath. There are no censors in the Republic. It's not true. Hey, Hamid. What? Are you lonely? You want a vegan meatloaf? I love you. No, I don't tell it. No, there's not much. Okay, well, something maybe funny. A Texas farmer was visiting an Australian farm for the first time. So he asked, what's that growing out there in that field? So the Aussie horse said, well, them watermelons, mate. So the Texans scoffed at him and said, in Texas, we grow potatoes bigger than that. And what's over there on those trees? The Aussie farmer said, those are our finest Australian apples. The Texas said, in Texas we grow grapes bigger than that. Just then, 3 kangaroos hopped by, very fast. So the starter Texan asked, and what are those? The Australian farmer said, you mean you don't have grasshoppers in Texas? Okay. There was a man who was walking along a highway on a very hot sunny day, and then he saw a sign proclaiming that he had just entered the state of Florida. And then a little on, he noticed a roadside stand that displayed a big sign saying, orange juice, all you can drink, for 25 cents. A similar joke we had. So the man was pretty thirsty, so he came in and then plunked out his quarter and said, I think I will take you up on your juice deal. The attendant filled up a big glass of cool orange juice, and the man downed it very quickly. He pushed the glass back and said, fill it up again. The attendant said, okay, that will be another 25 cents. The man replied, but your sign says all you can drink for 25 cents. And the salesman said, well, that was all you can drink for 25 cents. I think I told you this already, but it's funny, so we'll say it. There was one absent-minded person standing in front of a busy intersection while the policeman was directing the traffic. So he kept bugging him. Excuse me, officer. He was confused. Okay. Can you tell me how to get to the hospital? And the officer was very busy. He said, just stand there and then you will get there. Stand in front of the busy traffic.